Welcome back to Total Warhammer 3 in part 31 of my Throt the Unclean Immortal Empires campaign. In today's episode, an army of Festus has been caught in ambush stance. I was attempting to gather, or at least attack the entire... There are 3 or 4 armies clustered together here, and we managed to gather this one in ambush. Fair warning, everything's going to be a little bit different just because in my haste to get caught up for the week, I did not save after part 30 for Throt, so I had to go back in and refight all of the battles with Snicketch that we did up to the Bay of Blades, as well as the battle with Azazel, and we actually got out of that battle with less losses. So we are going to smash directly on into Festus now, and let's get this battle going. So what we wanted to do to start was have the avalanche mortars blasting apart his Forsaken. We will have Gorich in this one hitting these 2 beasts, and something along those lines. Oh yeah, hit me with some magic. We're not worried. Send the Chieftain in after the Sorcerer. And then we will drop a Wither on all of these lads. Grabbing this group, locking them, and sending them into combat. Attack directly forward. We'll go ahead and give, I guess, Throt the Unclean the Electric Collar. Summon in some rats. Gotta wait for the first ones to summon. There's 1, there's 2. Charge on in. Get all over those Forsaken. Kick off all of Throt's ability. I didn't have a chance to use all our abilities yet. We have obliterated this force. Any of these poor Nurglings, we're gonna have to go ahead and switch the target. Those Nurglings should phase away into nothing. Oh, it surely wasn't. A decisive victory. We are going to make sure I chase down a good majority of these forces. That way we don't have to worry about them reinforcing Festus here in a moment, and I will catch you on in a second. And a decisive victory. Barbarous Godslayer got shoulder checked. He may be a Godslayer, but no one can kill the King of Rats. We will go ahead and, well, we can sell them off, but not for very much money. So actually we'll take the enslavement for the food. Our food is looking a little bit rough. Quick jump cut, had to interrupt a duel to the death between my cats. It happens every so often. So, we're getting back into it. So we've got the Chieftain needing some skill points passed on out, as well as our Plague Priest. We will get right to that. I think Indomitable is what we're going to go for, though. His leadership is a little bit lower than most. And then for Ballistic, we will go for... Ooh, that's a tough choice. I think Foe Seeker is the call, although Corruption would be nice to start knocking off the enemy Corruption. Let's make it a little faster. Another ability for me to forget to pop. Alright, now while we're here, we could attack Hellcroft, pull everyone in together. But I think if we do attack him, we'll run out of movement and he will run off. So let's go ahead and attack Crudenwall here with Festus the Leech Lord. He's got an alright force. His melee infantry is going to die in about 2 seconds flat, but we will have to bring down Bilious Thunderguff as well as the Summoners of Rage, who are anti-large, so they will fight pretty well against my beasties. Unfortunately for them, Throt can make everyone anti-large, so they're about to learn the true meaning of war. We got the Fecundites in battle. There's quite a few of them. So it'll just be the settlement garrison here and Festus rolling out against us, and then we have these guys showing up in 53 seconds. They are going to take no time getting on in to attack us. Let's add... Nope. I keep where we're at because I don't want to take the leadership penalty. I think we can do it with 2. We've got 2 summons there, and we've got plenty of summons from our Plague Priest and from Throt. The battle. Alright, let's get this going. They're coming in from over here in 53 seconds, and that's mostly infantry, so nothing really to worry about. Let's start deployment. They've deployed very, very wide. We're going to definitely use that to our advantage. We don't want to be over in the woods at all, so let's take the high ground over here with the mortar team. That's a long way away, isn't it? We could scoot the mortar team up and have them deal with these guys as they come in. I would like to do that. So pull them over. Grab our 2 Storm Vermin to be the front. Halberds on the side. I'm going to have to split these guys over once the battle begins. We will get to that, actually. I'd rather not have to worry about that. Get them in formation first, and we can just move that whole group over. That will do. Okay, then how do we want to tear apart these forces? We want to blow everyone down away from the mountains. We're not fighting uphill. Well, I think we just charge directly into the middle and let them surround us, and we beat them down in a big old blob. So we'll go with Throt here. You roll with Plague Priest behind. The Packmaster's going to go with the War Beasts. So he will go with, and by War Beasts I mean all the Ogres. Ogres go with the Packmaster.
Leader boss of pack.
You guys with the Packmaster. And we'll have the Brood Horror. I guess he can roll with you. He gives Guardian to everyone around, though, so... Alright, then the Mutant Ogres will be with Gorich. One big beat-em-up team. They'll pit Abominations flanking Throt. And then we'll have the Chieftain with Throt as well. And then the... Oh, I already got the Packmaster over there. I guess Gorich is on his own, then. We want them charging directly into those Summoners of Rage. Yes, they are anti-large, but we have a lot of weapon strength here, and if 3 of these clash in with Gorich, I think they should tear them to shreds. Alone, they will lose. But if I can get them blobbed up with, I kind of want them a little bit closer to Throt. There we go. Now let's do it. First things first, we will grab our mortar team and move them on up.
We obey.
Then ogres. Then the beasties. Let's get going. In the demons move. And we're going to rotate this line a little bit too. So let's grab these storm vermin. Pull them to more there. And then we can rotate you guys up further onto the hill. And them forming more of a box than they currently are. Something a bit more like that. And honestly, if we don't even need to do that, we will not. Alright, so let's charge. I think everyone together in on these Summoners of Rage. We're gonna ignore Throt. Throt is going to hunt down Festus with the Chieftain. So you two use those abilities. We'll use Verminous Valor to get through this first group. Bop. Then we'll summon in the Ogres. Close that gap so no one's getting in behind him. Looks like Throt is having a bad time, so let's give him the heals. I used the Creature Killer ability a little bit too early. Let's get the Leech Lord surrounded. I'm trying to think. Right here is probably the best place. That Plague Priest a little bit further behind than I wanted him to be. Oh, they did run right out. Interesting. Alright, let's have these ogres work together then and beat down on these marauders. Gorich, abilities activate. Blend them up. Throt is doing as much as he can. Chieftain, blast some dudes away from you. Alright, perfect, you're here. Let's summon in. Instead of summoning in, let's do Wither first. Knock off all this armor. Oh, here come the ogres. Yes, yes, yes. Destroy them. And then we will show you how much you love Plague. Once that one pops, we will summon in some Plague Monks in behind here. I'm happy to move a little bit. You're taking a lot of damage. We'll kick in the heal potion. And let's summon in some more ogres. Looks like Festus is no joke. Alright, now we're going to get rear charge, which is going to be a little unfortunate. Let's move this whole group over, because it looks like they're trying to avoid us best they can. Not terribly concerned. Let's summon in some more rats back here just as act as a stop break. Packmaster. Get you charging into the spawn of Nurgle. We have all sorts of friends we could be using. Now let's summon him in here. Just get as much damage wrapped around our enemies as we can. Work together. Over here on Festus. But all sorts of magic coming down on us now. Get in there and beat him down. Let's have the Hell Pit Abominations come on over and help out with the Giant. Thunderguff hits very hard with each swing. Vermin Fury. Do the thing that way. It's not going to do as much damage as we want, but that'll be alright. Do another Vermintide. We can summon it in behind. Nope, not quite. In that case, let's do another Wither Overcast on all of these lads. You guys charging on in. Need some more help. More plague through that way. Everyone who is fighting is currently losing their fight, but we can fix that. Throt is dueling with Festus. I guess he has some help in dueling with Festus, but dueling he is. Let's go ahead and give the Molder to who's out hurting the most. Oh, honestly, we're doing fine. Let's give it to these Red Ogres. They have the least health. Not coating them in the purple, but it's actually doing more damage to our own troops, unfortunately. You keep fighting with the spawn, because actually you have that bonus V large working out for you. Let's get all the ogres out of their combat just for a moment. And actually come over here and help out with the Leech Lord. Anyone who is huge, come over and help out with Bilious Thunderguff. Coating them in purple. Let's blast away this group of Chaos Warriors next. You got one more volley and that's it. Now we don't even have that time. Nope. Don't kill your own. That is less than unhelpful. Festus is running for his life, but we need to make sure he does not come back. I think the rest of their forces are breaking. Beautiful. We're just got to deal with his spawn, and that'll be that. Spawn versus the regenerating storm vermin. Nah, dude, you're fine. Stick in and fight. And you got backup. Let's make sure no one else gets out of here. Festus is out of here. He's gone. He's dead. The Leech Lord is no more. Get him, Gorich. That's the victory. I'm going to try to hunt down as many of these lads as I can, even though we really don't need to. Only the reinforcing forces can actually be destroyed further, so I'm going to try to chase them down, and I will see you in a second. And a wonderful victory. We beat 1,999 of them. Well, yeah, 1,999, with only 30 remaining, and we captured 941. 103 of those kills going to Throt. Of course, our Plague Priest gained the most with all of his nasty spells. All in all, our soldiers did very well across the board. And we defeated the hated enemy. We won't sack. That's not enough money. And I think we'll go ahead and just occupy it at rank... Ooh, rank 2 sounds fine. We're still in the normal food levels. The Doctor has been retired, so we're going to gain even more replenishment rate and some vigor loss reduction for the whole army, which actually is amazing. He gains some vitamins. And some new plagues. Auckland has been secured, and Crudenwald has received a plague. We've got Festus's Rot giving us less leadership and more corruption. It could be worse. Could be much, much worse. Or Conrich. Looks like we have gained a good deal of the abilities that I care about, so I guess we're going to go for a Specialist, just in case we ever want to use him to do any activities. It'll at least cost a little less. For Vectique, I think before we finish up, well, we'll finish off Indomitable. Then we'll probably go for Sneaky and Tricksy both. Grab all of the extra resistances. The magic resistance is not great, but anytime someone has any like magical attack on their melee or something, it will reduce that damage. So It's not bad when fighting elves and whatnot. Let's go for Indomitable for you as well there, Gorich. And then Blistit. I think we want to make him a little healthier. Yeah, give our Plague Priest more health. Grudenwald does all sorts of nasty Nurgle corruption. We are going to make things worse by turning that into Skaven corruption instead. I'll worry about the growth here in a moment, but I want to get Skaven corruption up to maximum as fast as we can. We'll put in the Timber Mill there at Hergig, and at Grudenwald we'll put in some walls and the Warrens for growth. Growth and replenishment rate. Sproke, you just need to kind of hang out and replenish as much as you can because the High Elves, or not the High Elves, but the tree-hugging elves are about to become Super Saiyan and start attacking everyone, so we need to keep that in mind. Wolfenburg has a gold mine. Actually, reading through here, the Skaven don't actually use gold themselves. They mine it to inconvenience the other races, and it's awesome. That is the most petty thing. The most petty thing possible. We'll go ahead and upgrade as much as we can here. They give quite a bit of gold, 160 each, and pretty cheap. We can do the walls here in a moment, but we'll ignore that for now. We just need a ton of income because we need to be able to put in another Lord. I think we can afford one now, but when I was looking earlier, it was going to cost, for Tretch, 261 upkeep for him, and then 733 just total, just because of the amount of armies we have. So I'm going to recruit Tretch on in right now even. And look at that income. It dropped to about half. We won't be able to recruit that many soldiers with him, but he does give everyone in his army devastating flanker. And more melee attack as long as they're ambushing. So we could give him some Skaven Slave slings and then like some wolf rats or something. Just to kind of speed around and then jump all over people with that devastating flanker. Seems like it could be pretty good. As far as auxiliaries here, we're definitely giving you a Hell Pit Attendant for extra research rate. We'll throw one of these on because it's a fine buff to have while we're rolling around. Artifact Hunter for sure. The Lichbone Pendant is not bad. And Clan Superiority is also kind of not bad, but it's not great either. Definitely give him his Lucky Skull Helm, giving him extra speed, physical resistance, and ambush success chance, as well as a passive ability as long as he is losing combat, which is an interesting one. We'll give him a Obsidian Blade for now. Actually don't have a lot of other options. Foul Pendant for more ward save. And then I guess Warpstone Armor, yeah. I think that belonged to Throt. We gained an Obsidian Lodestone. That's unfortunate. Not my favorite. Combine some other things. Here we got Dwarf Bane, Gambler's Armor. Obsidian Trinket is spell resistance. Oh, let's combine that with the Dragon Maid Gem. And it gives us a Sword of Strife. Let's combine that with the Warlock Augmented Weapon. And we gain an Armor of Destiny. More armor, physical resistance, and ward save. I think we'll give this to you, and then what is Throt wearing? Spell Shield, gross. What? I don't remember when you took your armor off, but that Warpstone armor I think was fun. Melts everyone around you while you regenerate. There we go. And then for... Excuse me, I know about unit recruitment, thanks. For Tretch, we'll throw in some Skaven Slave Slings, just for now. Cheap and cheerful. They cost 49 apiece. And then in between episodes, we did have the Lair of the Troll King sacked by this army, and then Malice Darkblade jumped in on the army that was there, as kind of what we were expecting. Being a bully. And obliterating all of our stuff. As he does. Archaon decided to run away from us, so we can come on over here and attack. Oh, it gives a decisive with no casualties? Oh, Archaon. Yeah, no, I've fought you enough, brother. He is a one-man raid boss. The rest of his army would die, and then he would be running around smashing everything else by himself. We're not having it. Get him out of here. Ambushed and destroyed. Let's sell them off. Gain a little bit of gold. Surely the Archaon will go for a good deal of money. Grab Skullpike here. And upgrade Sapper. Then let's see if maybe we're lucky enough to get him to assassinate Prince Augrax. Oh, it's expensive. And not a high chance. Oh, but you did it first try, dude. And we gained a giant blade. Frustrated chaos. Is that all that happened? Murdered that man in cold blood. All they are is frustrated. We'll go for ancient cunning to make sure we are doing more ambushes. I think for Tretch here, he already has a bonus v large. Let's give him the giant blade to give him an additional bonus for his infantry as well. So no matter what he's fighting, he's doing as much damage as he can to it. Summon in a plague priest. Plague priests don't, at least the ones that actually spread plagues, don't bother me all that much. They're not all that strong. See if Kevin can reach Olaf. Oh, just barely. You thought you could sneak past to the frozen landing, fool. Kevin is here to stop you. It'd be a close victory with low casualties. I mean, that's an absolute ton of horse masters. We're going to give this one auto-resolve as well. It would just be chasing them around the whole battle. Let's go ahead and... Well, that's a tough call. Let's get more gold. We're gaining plenty of food in combat itself. Gain some more items. And as always, another help and attendant. March. Back up north. We're replenishing enough that I'm not worried. Okay, so over at Krakadrak, don't see why Wolf's attacking, unless he gets turned into Throg. We might as well throw in some chained sentry beasts, right? Just make sure we're safe. It takes 6 turns to build. I think we do that, though, just to be safe. Tower of Crack, we can do the same, and I think we will. Security. Or the Deathmaster. Scoot on up north.
Moving time. Yes, yes.
I don't see anyone up there. We could do a bit more replenishing.
Wait.
Let's hang out in friendly territory since we actually do. I think we replenish more at least. Yeah. Stay in friendly territory. And wait. I'm going to send Garrett the Mad here over to check on the Longship Graveyard. I don't want to get randomly attacked again. I guess we're going to drop their income as well. Got 1,300 left. We could use this to steal from Greyling, but they are certainly not our enemies. Did we make any deals with anyone? Oh, hang on now. Bellicor is friendly. Just did the muscle bro handshake with Bellicor. Let's do it.
Some call me
He also wants to trade?
Some call me Bellicor. Neither.
Are you getting your cheeks kicked, sir? Strength rank is 80. I don't really care about military access. I will take some more gold from you, though. And we'll trade. Bellicor and Throt. And we're working towards the other agreements, because once we get a defensive alliance, we're closer to a defensive alliance with Sylvania. Sure, why not? Well, welcome, Bellicor. He's attacking Altdorf from the other side here. Okay, well, we have to own Altdorf, so we have to race him there. We don't have to, but that's one of the 7 or 9 or whichever, how many it is. 7. We'll come back up here and claim the Brass Keep next. Oh, it's upgrading to tier 5. Exalted at Dark Fortress. That'll be a tough nut to crack. Put in the covert choke points here, as well as some timber mill. And then I think the arcane generators, just because more money is always more better. 1,200 left. Yeah, it is a tough call. Would like to spend it. Pass out Kevin's skill points first, though. I think we go for mutagenic elixir since he has so many big, nasty beasties, and then we'll go for Warp Smart next. To help out with those Plague Claw catapults. I think I would like to trade out these Skaven slaves for Plague Claw catapults once we make a little bit more money. I'm also going to take out Vixtrin's Death Squad for something that can stick in and fight a little bit longer. They can show up on Snickage's team eventually. We'll grab Fleet-Footed, make him super fast. To rat on as much caffeine as possible. Hopefully Krakadrak can defend itself. Excuse me. Yeah, there's nothing really I'd like to build in the Pox Cauldron to start spreading corruption to nearby provinces. But for now, can I build the Pox Cauldron here, or is it too expensive? It is too expensive. Fair enough. Rolk, you're chilling. Charge lock. Let's have you scoot around here, but steel tech from the other side. Oh, 30% is not a good chance. Should have done that. Oh, he did it. Well done, sir. Promotion for you. No, not Scroll. Cannon gear. Okay, so the cannon gear, you could steal from Greyling. I'd rather not, though, since they are not at war with me yet. We'll come back over to Doomkeep and steal from them.
Bring it down.
Well done, another success. Go for steel technology. You're sitting at 359%. Yes, please. Power on towards these. I mean, it's going to take us a while to get through here, so thankfully it's going to... We're making it faster as we go. Skip over for Throt. What building can be upgraded? You're crazy. I'm not putting in a scrap heap. Not now, not ever. And Wintertooth has actually moved on in to attack Shock Rock, and I didn't know they could make it. Fair enough, it's going to give us a valiant defeat. Which settlement is this one? Alright, so this is the one that I may be able to actually pull off. That is a ton of trolls. And the War Mammoth is going to kill so many rats with every swing of its tusks. We will see. I'm not going to make you watch me fight this one because it's going to take probably 20 or so minutes as we defend, but I will be right back, and this will be kind of like an auto-resolve. And we got absolutely smacked. No matter how determined, rats are just rats, and they kind of just ran us over with their trolls and the frostworm there. It was a bunch of blood, and it was violent. We lost 2,600 rats. And then the kegs of boom. During a raid on a minor dwarf outpost, we gained another dwarven powder hall. We could lace it with warpstone to get another odd powder keg. The flashbang is really, really good. But, like, this man already has boom master, so I don't think we can get it twice, right? Doesn't seem too good. The gold would be nice as well. I think we'll use it to gain another flash bomb. They stole 3,100? That's some nonsense. Some nonsense. We're up to the Mutant Router Cluster. Again, we're going to take it all the way up to the Hell Pit Abomination. They are fantastic. Yeah, dude, you're lucky that we got caught in between here. We got a lot of enemies all around. Let's have Tretch. We're not being attacked in the south just yet. The greenskins are staying back for now. Let's bring Tretch over into Fort Straghoff territory.
Move your tails.
And then we're still in Troll Country. Perfect. So we got the Storm Vermin, which he actually gives bonuses to. So let's grab a couple Halberd ones, since we are going to be rolling against some large units. Oh, I guess we can only afford one. It's going to take 2 turns. Fair enough. Let's drop that off for now. We may want to gain an extra bit of gold from combat for a moment. Put Skull Pike. We're gonna put him back in the army, but then we couldn't make it back to the temple, so let's just bring him over.
Night Runner.
And have Thromute in March Stance, charging on into the temple and staying within the red circle at least. That way if they get attacked, you can at least jump in and help out. Over with Throt, we are going to move on the Brass Keep next, because there are no enemies nearby. If we take Middenheim, that's also another Dark Fortress there. Chosen defending, and the same thing over here with the Keep. This one actually has more defenders. Spearmen and a couple units of Knights. Nothing I'm really concerned about. So we will charge on over to the Brass Keep, and we will start the next episode off with a... Oh no, you tell me we can't make it? That's unfortunate. Let's go ahead and do some channeling then, and I guess either way, in the next one we're going to start things off with a battle against the Brass Keep. But for now, I am out of time for today. I have been Space Wizard Total War. Remember to leave a like for the like god, and a sub for the sub throne, and I'll see you on the next one.